These 5 YC launch videos went absolutely ballistic in 2025. And today I'm going to show you exactly what made those videos work and the common mistakes that all founders should try to avoid. My name is Renat, and my mission is to help SaaS founders find their dream users and investors through launch videos. We won Product of the Month on Product Hunt, launched videos with hundreds of thousands of views, and made many of those videos. So without that out of the way, let's take a look. Oh. How do we know which videos got the most traction? Well, here on x.com, we have Y Combinator that posts and reposts videos from the founders. And what I did, I just scraped 1,000 of those that were published specifically in 2025. So which one of those posts were launch videos? And boom, here we go. There is our list that's ranked by the like count. The first video I want to show you is not the most liked, but it definitely stands out. It's from the company called Atlog. Let's take a look.
We're building AI for couches. Yeah, really. Millions of Americans rely on rental furniture, but the businesses behind them, they're still managing payments on systems older than this TV. So, would you rather rely on these guys or let Atlog's AI do the job, calling customers, collecting payments, and actually learning who they are?
Hello, I'm Davis calling from Atlog.
Y soy Valeria.
Atlog monitors key metrics, calls at the perfect time, and monitors every interaction. We're not just stopping at payment recovery, we're automating every part of the furniture industry.
Okay, that's our very first video. Definitely stands out from the sea of just regularly animated videos. This video format is called a live action because we have the actual actor or whoever he is, maybe a founder, who was on camera. The hook is pretty unique for a software company. A guy smoking a cigarette in this retro style and then extinguishing the cigarette right there on the couch. 5 seconds, that's pretty long, but they made this hook kind of work, which is pretty unique. This was posted on their YC, and that broke the paradigm, broke the narrative of what you would usually see when you're browsing around YC and X.
We're building AI for couches.
We're building AI for couches. I think this is a very deliberate line because it sounds insane. It sounds stupid. It's like they're slapping AI on something weird, on couches. Of course, it's not for couches. It's for furniture stores. This is kind of ridiculous, and that's exactly the reason it worked.
Yeah, really. Millions of Americans rely on rental furniture, but the businesses behind them, they're still managing payments on systems older than this TV.
So this stuff is actually recorded on green screen. Not something that you necessarily need to know, but it's pretty cool because you can use your creativity, and all you need to do is buy some old school 80s suit and an old school computer.
Oh, would you rather rely on these guys or let Atlog's AI do the job, calling customers, collecting payments, and actually learning who they are?
Hello, I'm Davis calling from...
And finally, they're actually showing the product closer to the very end of the video. And I'm pretty sure this is not exactly how the product looks like. This is a visualization of an AI calling a customer in different languages. So they did show that this is a multilingual platform.
Calls at the perfect time and monitors every interaction.
So they mentioned all of the key things. It can do payment collection, it can do calling, it can do some other things. So in that way, they accomplished the goal. The video is 1 minute long, and pretty much the hook is about 15 seconds long, which is quite a bit. And then they have this additional idea proving the point that it's actually an AI caller. So it's a lot more sophisticated. The hook is great. They got tons and tons of traction, and people are loving it in the comments. This is a very important tip. Always read the comments, because the traction of a video of a launch and their ability to generate investor interest and actual users are two completely disconnected things. I'm going to show you an example a little bit later, but here people actually cared about this video. Romanticizing cigarettes in the first 10 seconds of your launch video is weird. Weird is awesome. So it worked for them. and it's a really good strategy. And the point I illustrated earlier, why is everyone working on the same AI voice call agents? You remember that part where the guy said, we're building AI for couches? Exactly. That's exactly the point. It works as a business, it sounds good, but this is something that people will notice. It's like, oh, do we actually need a product like this to exist? So this video was really masterfully executed, regardless of what their business does and if it's actually a good business. The video itself, the hook, the marketing are super on point. Let's take a look at the next video by this company called Zero.
I just do not want to believe that people in the future are going to be living in the same email hell that we do now.
Okay, let's break this video down. First of all, this is an AI native email client, which is a very interesting industry. It's funny how there are tools like Superhuman. I use Spark email client personally. There's Notion AI client, but nobody was able to figure out AI for email. I'm not sure why that is, but this is interesting. That has been a topic that every single person is interested in as a professional, because they probably have tons and tons of emails. So just the product itself is really, really on point to market. Let's take a look at the hook. It started simple, then everything broke. This is such a generic statement. Doesn't show you even the old school email interface. I think this is a horrible hook. But Paul Graham here is super on point. So this is kind of like the second hook that we listen to.
I just do not want to believe that people in the future are going to be living in the same email hell that we do now.
So we're people from the future. Do we live in the same email hell? The answer is yes. So this is the conflict, and now we're trying to answer that conflict with the product itself. I think all of this stuff could have been done maybe 10 seconds faster, secure. Not sure how many people care about this stuff. And the fact that the email is not so smart, that's actually on point. I would actually lead with that point. So meet email, Zero email. It's funny how they introduced an email product, but they did not actually show you much in the first 10 seconds. They just show you text, and this is definitely a place where they could have improved a little bit. So I would have probably started introducing Zero email, show the interface, and then show how you get to inbox zero right away, and then explained every feature that gets you to inbox zero. So here in the beginning, we're going to see the interface being built and this 3D perspective. This is not interesting. We've all seen email interfaces. This is pretty boring. This is also hard to see because of the 3D perspective. I'd rank it probably 2 or 3 out of 5. This was just useless, to be entirely honest. There's a more effective way to show it. This is really interesting. Then they show the feature that shows only the important email. The problem is we actually do not know if it's only the important emails. And there's important, right? Is this only the important emails? If that's only the important emails, why do we see Netflix? All right, why do we see notifications? Why do we see Figma comments or a summary? So they could have communicated what that email classification feature actually does. But again, you know, maybe you got it when you were watching it for the first time. They show the email generation feature and so on and so on. Now let's take it through the exact same test as we did before. And most people are just congratulating folks on the launch. Congrats, congrats, congrats. And then people are talking about Nizzy. Nizzy is the founder, the CEO of the company. As you can see, he has a decent following on X, nothing that will make super crazy traction. And then he also has a YouTube channel, which creates a much bigger audience. But he definitely has done some crazy stuff with launching this video with his audience. That's absolutely for sure. Again, almost nobody's talking about the product itself. Like, nice one, here we go, let's go. So it does sound like a lot of these views are actually inflated, and they probably did a big influencer marketing push. But again, the nature of the product itself is fantastic. Okay, the next video I want to show you is by this company called Emergent Labs. Let's take a look.
Everyone's got an idea. Friends, colleagues, non-tech founders, even our moms. Tech or no tech, everyone wants to build the next big thing. The FOMO is real.
And you're always playing catch-up. But what if that changed? What if you had an on-demand CTO, like a founding engineer, ready to build with you? Someone who doesn't just advise, but actually ships real products. That's what we built with Emergent.
Emergent is world's first agentic vibe coding platform for all your ideas. You type, it builds. Real app, real infra. All right, let's build something. How about a task management app for small teams? The power of Emergent is not just prototypes, but production-ready apps. You go from concept to customers, no devs needed.
While others give you code snippets.
We build systems.
While others stop at mockups.
We ship full stack apps.
Hey Mukund, is the task management app ready?
Yes, the first version is ready. How about we add some more features? Let's add payments.
Perfect. Send it over. I've got another idea. What if we turn this into a Slack agent?
So I absolutely love this video. This is again called a live action video. We have founders on the screen. This is relatable. The introduction with coffee.
Everyone's got.
Yeah, they wasted 5 seconds with this coffee introduction. I'll probably do something else, or you can drastically shorten it. So the guy jumps in, he says everybody has an app idea, pretty much. This one is really interesting. If you have an app idea, then you're going to be interested because you want to build something with AI. But if you're a CTO or a technical person, then here is kind of like the secondary hook that we have.
Everyone's got an idea. Friends, colleagues, non-tech founders, even our moms. Tech or no tech, everyone wants to build the next big thing.
The point here is if you are a software engineer, everybody is going to be annoying you with their app ideas. So this part is kind of relatable. And now they introduce.
FOMO is real.
And you're always playing catch-up. But what if that changed? What if you had an on-demand CTO, like a founding engineer, ready to build with you? Someone who doesn't just advise, but actually ships real products. That's what we built with Emergent.
They're introducing the product, the founding engineer or the CTO, but without code, with real infrastructure, real dev tools. They show the interface, sounds awesome.
Emergent is world's first agentic vibe coding platform for all your ideas. You type, it builds. Real app, real infra. All right, let's build something.
So there is differentiation, and they jump straight into the use case. They describe the use case and they describe the collaboration of making changes. For example, they want to have a pricing page. We talked about this is this is perfect, this is cool, this is unique, and the whole space of vibe coding platforms is absolutely blowing up. There is Lovable, there is Bold.new, there are many other platforms that are coming out. So this is just perfect timing, and that's why this video again works, because there's social relevance. Most importantly, when you go through comments, this is the first video that actually has tons of interest from the users. This guy has actually been playing around with it, which you couldn't say from most people. This guy has also been trying out the tool. It's awesome. General social relevance, how essentially writing code in like Python or JavaScript is obsolete right now, because English is the most hot programming language right now. So this is cool. The comments are fantastic. They probably got quite a few folks to repost this video, but it's easy to repost because again, it's interesting, it's relevant. It's what everybody's talking about these days. The next product I want to show you is called Bond.
I work 80 hours a week, but I'm only doing 10 hours of work. And it's like 70 hours of effort to take 10 hours of work. They described it as like working.
Because your information systems aren't good enough.
There's a scenario where we're all powerless. It's called a lot of Fortune 500 companies.
Okay, and this is Bond. They have a very strong introduction with Brian Chesky, pretty much the founder that everybody looks up to.
I work 80 hours a week, but I'm only doing 10 hours of work.
He works 80 hours a week, but he only does 10 hours of work. Love it. Everybody who's a founder experiences the same issue. Like, you know, their wheels are spinning, and here we have...
And it's like 70 hours of effort to take 10 hours of work. They described it as like working.
And essentially the way they connect that problem that was just pointed out to their solution is by showing all of the notifications, disorganized information, pretty much everything being all over the place. We have the chaos, right? This is good, very relatable, super nice. They use the face of Brian Chesky. This is good for them. And then we have Steve Jobs, who says that this is a systems problem. Another person that everybody looks up to says that, okay, we need to fix our systems, and the way you fix your systems is with Donna or with Bond, right? And all they do is it's a chatbot for all of your like Slack, Jira, Notion, etc. Not a super complicated product. I personally know tens of companies that do exactly the same thing. Their motion work here is super basic, as you can see. It's not really particularly beautiful video, but I guess it worked. And again, most of the comments, there's like, oh, this is cool. They're not really coming from users, so I'm assuming they did a pretty good push on socials to get this video promoted. I want to show you another video that is pretty much exactly the same product really quick, so you get my point illustrated.
Artificial intelligence could replace millions of jobs.
We're so worried about losing their jobs. How should we be thinking?
You better believe it. No job is needed.
Take a breath. AI isn't here to take your job. It's here to make you fall in love with it again. Den gives you one place to talk to all of your tools so that you can work at the speed of thought. Use Den solo or invite your entire team. Collaborate, plan, and build.
Okay, so AI is going to take your job, right? We have those big founders saying that, and essentially they're saying, hey, it's not going to take a breath. It's going to, AI is going to help you get rid of the annoying, boring parts of your workflow. And the way you do it is by combining all of the tools. The logic is a little flaky. I'm not sure if, if it's super connected, but to be entirely honest, it doesn't always need to be. As long as it makes a little bit of sense, it can work. There are ways to do it slightly better, but let's take a look at the introduction of the tool itself.
One place to talk to all of your tools so that you can work at the speed of thought. Use Den solo or invite your entire team. Collaborate.
So you combine all of the tools, they're in one place, and you can work at the speed of thought. I'm not sure exactly what this means. You can work a bit faster, you can collaborate. They should have mentioned those things, but they should have mentioned those things a little bit later, like the collaboration stuff. And instead, they should have shown what you can actually do, which is this stuff over here. So just swap the order and you'll do a much better job communicating how the product actually looks like.
You click, they work. 100 digital teammates at your fingertips. Welcome to a whole new way of working, where humans and agents collaborate side by side. Welcome to Den. What will you create?
What will you create? I have no idea what I can create, to be entirely honest. Yeah, I guess maybe I would try it, but the video doesn't communicate, again, this unique value proposition of the product exactly. Okay, it combines the tools, but how does it look like? What does it do? So use cases similar to the other video that we saw earlier from Emergent Labs would probably be way stronger. The last video I want to show you is from this company called YouLearn, and this definitely stands out from the rest of the videos that we've seen so far.
As college students, we wasted hundreds of hours going through endless slides and outdated videos, only to forget everything just days later. We turned to generic AI tools for quick answers, but that only gave us a shallow understanding. This is a broken cycle that wastes time. And out of that frustration, we built YouLearn, an AI tutor personalized to each student. YouLearn turns your learning materials into concise notes, an AI tutor to talk to, and personalized tests, so you can remember what you study. Here's how it works. Students can first upload any learning materials like videos, audios, and PDFs. For this example, I'm uploading my psychology textbook. YouLearn instantly extracts key takeaways with source-backed references.
We have YouLearn. The reason I love this video is it kind of feels real. This guy doesn't have charisma tuned to 11 out of 10. He is a bit chill. Not sure what you think about the delivery, but what I like about it is the fact that it's just very simple. It's pretty much an iPhone footage with a light and then a screen share where the guy takes you through the actual platform. Those videos typically do not perform super well, but sometimes something strikes gold. A video like this, maybe, again, it could be because of them launching the video with some influencers. The point is, if you're time strapped, you can record something like this relatively quickly and launch your product as soon as you can. Those are the 5 biggest launch videos in 2025. If you want to get this list, go down to the description below to check out all of the other products and tell me which ones that you like the most. And if you need help making launch videos just like this ones, make sure to check out my company Represent down below. Cheers.